Welcome to another episode of PCPL Talks Books. I'm Lisa, and I'm here to talk about The Umbrella Academy, specifically the short-run series. There are 3 volumes: Apocalypse Suite, Dallas, which I do not have a copy of, and Hotel Oblivion. These graphic novels are written by Gerard and illustrated by Gabriel, and the average age recommendation is grades 10 through adult. So the recent Netflix adaptation of the Eisner Award-winning comic book series, The Umbrella Academy, has obviously generated renewed interest in the graphic novels. Fortunately, fans can find the entire series at their local library. With a quirky take on the superhero myth, singer and writer Gerard has created one of the most unique cast of comic book characters in decades. A group of 7 adopted siblings, all with extraordinary powers and riddled with psychological issues due to their extremely bizarre upbringing by the mysterious philanthropist Sir Reginald Hargreaves. They fight supervillains as well as each other as they try to prevent the world from ending in apocalypses. Apocalypse Suite introduces us to 43 phenomenal children who were born all on the same day to 43 unrelated women with no previous signs of pregnancy. The 7 children adopted by Hargreaves all prove to have supernatural gifts, well, all except number 7, and they're raised to fight crime. We meet them as youngsters battling a zombie Gustav Eiffel in the sight of his famous tower, which actually turns out to be a spaceship. And it just gets weirder from there. The children are, in order, number 1, Space Boy, number 2, the Kraken, number 3, the Rumor, number 4, the Seance, number 5, the Boy, number 6, the Horror, and number 7, who's simply named Vanya. Fast forward 25 years later, when the siblings gather at the family mansion to bury their adopted father. What follows is a time-twisted tale of family drama, loss, assassination, and the discovery that the greatest enemy the Umbrella Academy has ever faced may be one of their very own. Dallas follows immediately after the Apocalypse Suite, where the group, despondent over the loss of their mentor, Dr. Pogo, again faces yet another catastrophe, and they're desperately short on manpower. Number 7 is in a catatonic state. Rumor has lost the source of her power. Space Boy has spiraled into a massive depression, and number 5 is dodging time-traveling agents led by a talking goldfish who want him to assassinate President John F. Kennedy. Needless to say, it just continues from there. Hotel Oblivion, the 3rd chapter in the series, continues the tale of this dysfunctional family that make up the Umbrella Academy, as their past comes back to haunt them, figuratively and literally. A number of highly unusual psychotic enemies of the Academy break out of the specialized prison that Reginald Hargreaves created for them. All of these villains have been defeated by his superhuman brood, and as they make their escape and wreak havoc across the city, another group of superheroes makes a surprise appearance, and they seem awfully familiar. This Netflix series has obviously renewed interest in the comics, and the short series does not disappoint. There are some differences from the Netflix adaptation, obviously. Characters, the appearances have changed. There have been some subplots dropped. But all in all, I think anyone who enjoyed the Netflix series would also enjoy the comic book series, and vice versa. So the 2nd season of the Netflix series ended on a cliffhanger, and that introduced the Sparrow Academy, which in July of this year, Gerard announced that the next volume of this series would be called The Umbrella Academy, The Sparrow Academy. So without spoiling too much, hopefully we'll get to see more of them in the next book. Gabriel artwork is pretty unique. It's quirky in a lot of different ways. The characters are not depicted realistically, but they are very, I don't know how to describe it. They're very interesting. So this is the Umbrella Academy as babies. So, but obviously they're very different in appearance from the series, especially, I mean, Space Boy mostly is the biggest difference. But Gerard Way's award-winning writing, it includes the snappy dialogue that you're familiar with. It's absolutely hilarious, and the plot twists are labyrinthian. So it's kind of exciting, time-twisty adventure. So the Umbrella Academy series is available in the adult graphic novel section at the Portage County Public Library, but it is also available on the Wisconsin Digital Library using the Libby app. So you can get a digital version of the graphic novels if you're unable to get into the library to pick up the hard copies. But I highly recommend them. I've read them all. These are actually my personal copies. So check them out. And thanks for joining us for another episode of PCPL Talks Books.